Enduring a 40-mile ruck march alone through unforgiving mountainous terrain, your body breaking down and no clear instructions for success. You recall how at the start, robotic instructors offered only vague taunts like, "Do the best you can," testing whether you could push beyond total exhaustion. That's Delta Force selection. In stark contrast, elite SEALs, already battle-hardened from years of deployments, are confined for hours in cramped boxes during SEER training, their every move videotaped to root out weaknesses, all to achieve a telepathic level of understanding between team members for massive compound takedowns. Today, we're breaking down the differences between selection of Delta Force and DEVGRU, better known as SEAL Team 6. Let's get into it. The very location and philosophy of selection highlight the core differences. For Delta Force, officially known as the 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, the selection phase is a rigorous, approximately 28-day trial conducted in the rugged, unforgiving mountains of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. The entire process is a solitary affair, an individual effort. You're not with any group, you're all by yourself. This isolation is a deliberate tactic, forcing candidates to rely solely on their own mental and physical resources, designed to mirror the unpredictable nature of Delta's missions, ranging from counterterrorism to clandestine ops. This solitary gauntlet weeds out those unable to function without external support. The unit's headquarters at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, serves as the final destination, but the true test unfolds alone in the wilderness, where self-reliance is crucial. DEVGRU Selection and Training, a grueling 6 to 8 month marathon, plays by a whole different set of rules. Officially the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, DEVGRU doesn't need to test a candidate's baseline resilience. That was proven years ago at Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL, BUDS, training. Instead, it's a process of extreme refinement, taking an already elite professional and pushing them to a level of perfection where they can move with a seamless, almost telepathic understanding of their teammates. This emphasis on team synergy reflects DEVGRU's focus on high-tempo, precision-driven operations, such as the 2011 raid that neutralized OBL, where flawless coordination under extreme pressure is non-negotiable. Before you face the test, you've got to get the call. Delta Force casts a wide net across the U.S. military, pulling from the Army's Special Forces, the 75th Ranger Regiment, Marines, and Air Force. Anyone eligible with the right credentials. Candidates are often seasoned veterans, typically in their late 20s or 30s, with years of special operations experience under their belts. Eligibility is strict. Male soldiers 22 and up, though some sources say 21 for non-commissioned officers. Ranks E4 to E8 for enlisted, or O3 to O4 for officers. At least 2.5 years of service remaining, and a GT score of 110 plus on the ASVAB. You've got to be airborne qualified, or willing to become so, and your record needs to be squeaky clean. No court-martials, no Article 15. You also need a secret security clearance, pass high altitude, low opening, halo, and scuba tests, an eye exam, and prove you have no medical profiles slowing you down. Delta's looking for versatile problem solvers who can adapt to any mission, whether it's kicking in doors in urban Baghdad or executing a high-speed raid in the middle of the Afghan desert. To apply for DEVGRU, you've got to have at least 5 years on a numbered SEAL team, 2 or more combat deployments, and proven battlefield worth. The basic paper stats mirror Delta's: E4 to E8 enlisted, O3 to O4 officers, and 21 plus years old. But eligibility is restricted to SEAL teams, SEAL delivery vehicle teams, special boat teams, Navy Explosive Ordnance Disposal, EOD, or Special Amphibious Recon Corpsmen. A top secret SEI clearance is mandatory. Candidates must be invited by DEVGRU brass, often based on standout performance in prior assignments, and undergo initial screenings for Green Team. Delta hunts raw, adaptable talent to mold into lone wolves. DEVGRU handpicks proven sharks from their own waters, building a SEAL-centric identity from day one. Once selected to try, the real forge begins. Delta's assessment, lasting about 4 weeks, unfolds in the brutal Appalachian Mountains. at sites like West Virginia's Camp Dawson, as noted earlier. First, they smoke you with the basics: push-ups, sit-ups, a 2-mile run, an inverted crawl, and a 110-yard swim in full uniform, just to warm you up. Then it's straight into the land nav marches, starting at 18 miles with a 40-pound ruck and ramping up to the legendary 40-mile long walk with 45 pounds strapped to your back. Building on the solitary focus, candidates rely on personal grit to navigate rugged terrain without guidance. Testing: can you endure when alone, with your body screaming to quit? Held biannually in spring and fall. Tired of big tech search engines manipulating what you see? Their algorithms often prioritize sensational news and invasive ads, making it hard to trust search results. That's why I'm excited about FreeSpoke, a search engine built to be private, unbiased, and ethical. FreeSpoke's mission to show every perspective resonates with my commitment to truth and transparency, ensuring you get the full story without hidden agendas. Let's test it. I searched Epstein client list on FreeSpoke. The results include websites, podcasts, and videos clearly labeled as left, right, or middle. I love the playable podcast snippets that elevate independent voices. FreeSpoke's AI summaries highlight key facts and disputes, helping me cut through media bias quickly. You and your family deserve to know you're not being tracked, and with FreeSpoke, you can join thousands of independent thinkers already breaking free from big tech. Download the FreeSpoke app and subscribe for 25% off FreeSpoke Premium using coupon code GRID25 at freespoke.com/grid88 or scan the QR code. Search freely and see the whole picture. This phase assesses raw endurance and mental fortitude, mimicking the isolation of real-world missions like Delta's covert operations in Somalia during the 1993 Battle of Mogadishu. On the other hand, Green Team's assessment flips the script. Having survived BUDS and deployments, you don't need basic toughness proven. Instead, it's refinement, advanced free climbing, land warfare, unarmed combat, defensive driving, diving, maritime operations, communications, lockpicking, and survival, evasion, resistance, escape. SEER training, live fire marksmanship, and close quarters battle, CQB. Drills simulate hostage scenarios, honing seamless team execution for high-tempo raids. This rigorous process ensures operators can integrate into DEVGRU squadrons, executing missions like the 2009 Maersk, Alabama rescue of Captain Phillips with surgical precision. Delta's instructors are freaking robots. No smiles, no tells, just that dead-eyed stare and a shrug when you ask about time limits. It's Psychological Warfare 101. Keep you guessing so you're stuck at full throttle, with no clue when the finish line's coming. That constant ambiguity shreds nerves and grinds down bodies, and that's exactly the point. See who keeps moving when everything hurts and nothing's clear. The psychological screening, including the intense commander's board at Fort Bragg, digs for cracks, how you make calls under pressure, whether you adapt or implode when the walls close in. They're looking for someone who can perform lethal actions without psychological fallout, and who possesses the ability to flip the switch from a lethal mindset to a non-lethal one in a split second, a skill critical for hostage rescue missions like Delta's 1979 Operation Eagle Claw. Over at DEVGRU, the instructors are battle-worn vets who've been there, done that, and they've got zero patience for sloppy work. They're nitpicky as hell. Every corner you clear, every shot you take, every movement you make is under the microscope. Their psychological testing, conducted through SEER School, includes scenarios where operators are confined in cramped boxes for extended hours, with every reaction videotaped to identify tells. This training instills the mental toughness required to resist interrogation and find any opportunity to escape capture in hostile territory, as seen in SEAL operations during the Iraq War. The pressure's about building you up, not just seeing you survive, while instructors leverage past SEAL assignments to assess team fit for post-selection squads. Delta's peak is the long walk, the 40-mile solo ruck through mountains, testing navigation, stamina, and unbreakable will. Success rates plummet here, with 90% attrition overall during selection, and an additional 30 to 40% failing the subsequent 6-month operator training course. OTC. OTC hones counterterrorism, marksmanship, demolitions, and protection skills, covering precision shooting, breaching, tradecraft, executive protection, and a final multi-day culmination exercise simulating real missions, such as Delta's high-stakes raids in Syria. DEVGRU lacks a single climax. The entire green team is the test. Months of non-stop tactics, land warfare, maritime ops, and CQB develop the hyper-aggression for rapid compound takedowns, with 50 to 80% attrition due to pre-vetting, but no less grueling. Many opt out, fearing washout after years in SEALs. Non-selects can reapply, unlike Delta's often final no. Those who pass are evaluated for tactical acumen and leadership before squadron assignment. DEVGRU's specialized maritime training primes them for sea missions like the Captain Phillips Rescue, while Delta's versatile operators excel in diverse environments, from Syrian deserts to urban raids in Iraq. So which selection is more rigorous? It's a question without a definitive answer, as both forge the top echelon of military professionals. Delta produces adaptable loners for unpredictable missions, as seen in their versatile operations across global hotspots like the 2015 ISIS prison raid in Hawija. DEVGRU are flawless, hyper-aggressive teams, exemplified by feats like the OBL raid. Each process, Delta's solitary crucible, DEVGRU's relentless refinement, demands extraordinary resilience and skill, tailored to their unique operational strengths. If you want a detailed comparison of their ongoing training, let me know.